So we got the game going now, it looks like, and we have GrizzyTTG, who is Dave on GNL Discord, and I think it says Grizzy as well, versus NoobyXD. GrizzyTTG, he's on the opposing team this week, while I'll be blatantly rooting for NoobyXD, who is on my team going full NA. And I should say GrizzyTTG is on Clutch or Kick. Cock. Now, GrizzyTTG is a random player, but I didn't actually see. I just presumed he went Undead at the start. Undead is his main race. NoobyXD is also an Undead player. He is from Singapore, so I have no idea what his ping is right now. I'm not going to ask. I'm an observer, so I can't. But they're on Dave's host, so he normally doesn't play on BattleNet. He usually plays on NetEase for that reason, because just way too high of ping. So in that way, Dave has an advantage. But as I said, Newbie is an Undead player, while Dave is a main Undead player, but he's been doing a lot of random in past GNL seasons and just in general. So this may give Newbie just an advantage in knowing what he's doing. And I don't know if Dave did this on purpose, but actually, I don't know who picked this map. I guess it was Newbie. He would have had map choice, and he picked Autumn Leaves, which is pretty unusual. Most people this week have been ignoring and avoiding Autumn Leaves because they don't really know the map that well. I mean, that's why we purposely put it in, so people had to learn it. But first map, Autumn Leaves, which is just weird. So Newbie's going a standard build, you know, getting out his DK. I believe I was doing way too much talking, but it looks like Ted, Happy Fiends. Dave, on the other hand, you can see his build placement's a little bit odd. I don't think he knows this map as well as maybe other maps. And in general, I don't think he worries too much about his build placement, but he's going Crypt Lord. So we'll be looking for probably an early expo with this, I would imagine. And it's going to get scouted right away, though. Yep. Sacrificial. I just woke up. I can't even talk. I'm going to go with Sack Skull because I am that tired. I don't know if this is the proper way. I don't know this map that well, so I can't imagine that's the proper way to creep this. He took a lot of damage, and I presume, again, that we'll be seeing an early expo from Dave, so that's certainly not good. When you're taking that much damage and you got little beetles that are about to poke the shit out of you. I guess he's scared for a rush because he's not going, you know, not teching yet. He's got, well, there he goes. But he went Nurub Tower before teching. I don't know if he knows this is a rush. He should. No, excuse me, Expo. Okay, because it's not. That's weird. I don't know what he's doing now. This is pretty not standard. Usually with CL, you want to gain some early advantage, whether it's a rush, a tech is kind of weird because you want the rush or you want the expo. You want either the economic advantage or you want the fact that you have all these little minions poking whatever it may be in their base. It's just you overwhelm. So he hasn't done that yet unless he's going to plop down this expo while teching. So, okay. That's interesting. You normally don't see this. I don't know if someone out there, some streamer does it. But, yeah, he's not going to be able to build any acolytes until tier 2. He's not trying to build an expo either yet. He has the wood now. There he goes. So this isn't, if Newbie can creep up a little bit and then, I don't know, maybe get DR second or something along those lines, he can push at tier 2 and cancel this. But this is the advantage of CL as well. You can take these big creeps. Although he didn't pull that many ghouls, and his beetles are dying, so you can get a little bit too crazy with it. That coil was way too early. I don't know if that's just a matter of him trying to make up for the fact that there is a ping difference, or if he just screwed that up. You always got to watch for that, you know. There's a few people from in Gym Newbie League who are from Australia and like New Zealand, and Newbie's the only one really from Singapore. But you know, you can see them doing things where they have to account for ping. So sometimes it's not optimal. Plus, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's on my team. But either way, that was a mess up. But that was nice. You can restart. Dave does not have... Ooh, that sucks. He is going to get level 3 right here, probably. Oh, no. Good. The longer he is not level 3, the better for us, obviously, because those little beetles get even more scary. Right now, I think he's saving for level 3. Like the, not making more beetles. And Newbie is just playing standard, going up to tier 3. He definitely was scared of a rush. He got a spirit tower. So he's running a little low on wood. I mean, that's quite a bit of wood right there. But he doesn't tend to do anything crazy. He's just trying to win playing standard, which is not a bad idea, seeing as when you are the player playing your main race while you're playing a random player, if you can just play your game, usually it works out better for you. Last season, Dave was playing a lot of Headhunters, FS, you know, like he started going Orc just randomly in the middle of the season. And he did good. He's a good player, but this isn't something where he's going to sit there and grind undead every day. Whereas I think Newbie has been purposely and intentionally, you know, playing his standard game. But Autumn Leaves throws everyone off, I think. So these towers are actually going to come into use because they just scared Dave away, that's for sure. And he scouted this. He knows the expo is up. He has his level 3. Fat mana pot's going to be nice. But his DK is still pretty low, you know, half-life. Same with one Fiend, although he has quite a bit of mana. He can heal that up. But this is always scary for that reason. One CL, you know, throw him up in the air, one impale, surround, and you're screwed. He's trying to solo creep the Lich now. Hopefully, at least, he gets Frost Armor second. It's going to need it versus all these ghouls. They are right next to each other. I don't even think they know it. Wand of the Wind, that's pretty darn nice until he gets out those destroyers. So, you know, I really don't know how this one's going to shake out. He's now got his expo up. It's starting to mine, you know, it's only 700. So right about now, you know, a little bit later, it's going to start paying off for itself. And I mean, he's going mass ghouls and he got a shredder, so I don't know. He's either going to get out of ghouls soon, or I don't know what. I guess he just wants to keep creeping, but he doesn't need all these ghouls, that's for sure. So that was kind of I think, a waste, obviously. You know, he could definitely send back a few ghouls. I'm not sure if his intention is to mass ghouls, like, the whole time, because he's not getting upgrades on him or anything. There we go, we're going in the Fiends. as I say that, and his upgrades are for range. So Fiends it is, which again really makes no sense for why he got a Shredder, because you could just send. I can't even count how many ghouls this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10 ghouls. He probably has a full group with the heroes as well. Just send a few back. These beetles, they'll do the creeping for you. He's also not solo creeping his DK, which is fine. You know, you want your Crypt Lord to get up there, but it's not level 3 yet. And here comes the push. I don't know if he's... Oop, Sapper. That'll be nice if he gets that Sapper off. Watch your DK. There you go. That's very nice. It'd be even better if he aims these Acolytes before Dave gets here, but he won't have that chance. You know, just for a few skellies, because this is what's coming at you. And there's going to be a huge impale. Or there should have been a huge impale. There it is. But Lich level 3 does a ton of damage. Alright. Now he's all split up. You know, he has enough mana for one more impale. But, oh. And he didn't get skellies. He got silence. So Newbie's trying to kite, but this is just a lot. You know, he's standing in the middle of so many ghouls, but he's doing a nice job taking out these statutes. Dave's not mining right now. That's a mess up, but that's good for Newbie. Because if he was mining right now, this would be definitely a lot worse. Look at all these units. And Newbie's got a TP. I think he lost 1 or 2 fiends there. Maybe, nope, not a third. Let's see if Dave remembers that there is burrowed fiends. That'll be another kill. Nope. So close. Now we got the destroyer out though. I mean, probably need 2 to dispel this, I think. I think you need 2 to get rid of these beetles. Let's see. Yeah, you need 2. I mean, everyone says destroyers are awesome, but they're not that awesome. Newbie's going to be trying to fight this because he's trying to counter Expo. So he's doing a good job kiting so far. And he got rid of the beetles. That's good. It's got frost armor. Take out that statue, please, if you can. Right there, 55. Good job microing the DK. Not, I cursed them there. Sorry. This isn't lost yet, though. That's for sure. He's taken out so much. But right now is Dave's opportunity to kind of even that score, get his hero levels up. He does have enough mana for 1 more impale. Oh, there you go. He's got the DK back. I don't think he can kill this DK again. And Dave's not using his mana, which is just poor. It's just poor management on his part. And I always credit this to when you're not an undead player, or you know, when you're a random player and you're playing just not your main race out of whatever is on whatever it is for the random. You just don't do everything as quick. Although, as I say that, Newbie's not using his mana from the pot as well. But there goes the DK. Let's hope he heals up that Lich. And I didn't even see the invul pot. That was nice. But unnecessary. He could have just healed it. So this is really just turning into them trading units. He could dispel these images. I've gotten some life on his hero. Or, excuse me, on his destroyer. But that's a pretty fat Lich right there. And this DK could die again. He does have Nova. There you go. And as we all know from watching Back to Warcraft, level 4 Lich. All that mana. All that intel. So it's 50 food to 40 food. Dave is pulling ahead, but that would be due to the expo. However, these heroes are getting more and more scary. If we could finally get some skellies out, and every time I say the heroes are getting more and more scary, he loses his hero. He loses that DK, so I should really stop saying that. But what I was going to say is if DR gets to level 3 and they start pumping out skellies level 2, that would be amazing for Newbie, because a big advantage of DR, which he's not taking advantage of, is that it gets rid of a body. It gets rid of a skelly body. Or a potential, I should say, beetle body. We got a level 5 CL with these fat-ass beetles poking away. If you, instead of using silence, are just killing units and then raising them as your own level 2 skellies, suddenly you're the scary one with the mass army. Dave's not going destroyers so far, so he doesn't really have any way to dispel them. Or if he does, he just hasn't been morphing any. But, you know, he took out the expo, which is obviously great for Dave. He's going to be outmassing now. The only real advantage Newbie has right now is that DK and Lich being such a nice level. And no DK right now for Dave. I guess he's slow building it, but he'll be back soon. There you go. I don't know if he's listening. Level 2 Skelly, that's so nice for especially the mana it gives this Lich. I mean, he's back to now having another Nova. The problem is, though, it's Expo versus no Expo, and this army is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Newbie spent most of his gold this whole game just rebuying that DK. It's been twice at what, like level 4 and level 3, I believe. That's just a ton of gold, ton of wood. And that's the scary, scary Impale. So yeah, this is looking amazing for Dave, not so great for Newbie. There you go. So game 1 goes to him. I'm curious what they're going to do now, because this is Newbie's. Newbie gets to pick the map. Newbie gets to host if he chooses. So I don't know what Newbie's ping was that first game, but now we're going to see Dave have probably the same issue. Let's see. I hope Dave knows what he's about to face, ping wise. I mean, I think he should know where Dave is, or Newbie's from, but we'll find out. But this is that's what you got to sometimes make up for. We're not going to kick people out because they're from like Australia or New Zealand. It's not their fault. Blizzard's not set up any reasonable way for them to play and to host. So we got Concealed Hills. That's another map where Dave could definitely expo, especially the way he expoed, which was while he's stacking their tier 2, so it's going to be a little bit later. The map is a little bit hard to expo with those poison. You know, if you're being scouted out and they come in, you're going to have some weak units. It's easy to pick off. They might be able to pick off the level 5 with their coil if Newbie goes standard again. So it is not like the easiest map to expo, but it is possible. Dave definitely won that game based off his macro, not off his micro. Newbie had quite okay micro, but Dave he played like, you know, the undead or the Zerg or whatever you want to call it. Like, he just went for the overwhelming strategy. Yeah, this is the right map, so maybe I don't know why Dave had to download the map. Well, I don't know if they even want Zoom, so. I don't know if version 2 has Zoom or not. I mean, there's nothing else different about this map. I don't even know if version 2 versus version 3, anything's changed, or if they just upgraded them all. Alright, so I guess we are now going to wait for Newbie to do that, which I'm fine with, but I don't know if it's necessary exactly. We'll find out. Yeah, Slucker, I see you. My biggest fan, apparently. I kind of don't believe that, though. I think you might be the head of the fan club for Hitman, not Baron. Just saying. Yeah, and I'm checking Discord right now. Newbie posted CL is difficult. That one lag cost me to miss micro and lost my DK the second time. I mean, yeah, you know, you never know. But when you got ping that high, sometimes it definitely is possible. We were watching, who was it? Lion, I believe it was, yesterday. Well, just as a heads up, Newbie said give me about 2 minutes, so we're going to be randomly talking. We were watching Lion play yesterday, and he was playing versus Valhalla, so I believe Lion's from South America, so I think someone said Peru, and Val is from Europe. So not the greatest situation to begin with, and I think Lion had 500 ping, so it can get a little crazy sometimes. So now we're just sitting here, waiting, get this one going. I've never played any of these maps. Lost Temple, okay, and Secret Valley, that's interesting. So both, you know, the matchup this week is actually, for us, the matches have been very close. I believe it's 7-5 right now in favor of us. But just in general, the Newbie League right now, it's pretty tight. We got one more week left, and right now, no tanks, no win. They're pulling ahead, point-wise from everyone. But it's definitely not like anything that's too crazy. They're playing no hands Mexicans right now. So Flucker's team, who I know he's in here, no pressure. If your team can come back and win a few series at the very end, definitely my team's in it, going full NA. Clutch or kick, we're playing this week. Whichever one of us gets points, every point matters. We're both going to be in it. And so is gonna, if they can get some points this week, then so is No Hands Mexicans. We'll have 4 different teams, and potentially, I think, even Base Lane Advocates, depending on how they do, versus Team Tavern, going right into week 5, the last week, with pretty much all in striking distance of of the first place being No Tanks, No Win. So No Tanks, No Win plays the Tavern next week. Depending on how they do versus them, you know, kind of like the fate's in their hand. If they go and just play awesome and 2-0 every single one of the Tavern's team, then we can't catch them. But hey, you never know what's going to happen. Okay, the game should be up, apparently. Let's see. so glad I'm not actually playing. It's undead versus undead. You know, a lot of undead players want to defend undead from everyone else and say like they're not imbalanced, and you guys complain so much about them. But ask any undead to play undead versus undead, and you'll hear no. Because undead versus undead, I have not met really anyone at a decent level who said, "Oh, I love undead versus undead." And frankly, I don't think I've met anyone at a lower level who has said they love undead versus undead. It always feels like you just lost and you can't figure out why sometimes. Even this is even before CL. Even before CL was a problem for everyone. Just that whole matchup. It's always been a thorn in a lot of people's side. But I did give Newbie, what was it? 2 human versus undeads. So, yep, 400 ping. But hey. See, this Singapore, New Zealand, Australian guys, they are so nice. Keep playing though, until he says no. But they're so nice because that's what they play with. They play with 300 ping every single day, every single game if they play on BattleNet. Especially in Gym Newbie League, you'll always hear them saying, you know, you guys from, give me someone from North America at least, not from Europe, please. But then they'll tell the North American person, you can host. And then they sit there with 400 ping and play their game, and they have to account for it. But they feel like they're so much more used to it. Why not? So it's always great to see that. You know, this is why we're not too crazy in this league. CL again. DK again. So Newbie's going to do his standard thing, but now Dave has to deal with apparently 400 ping. So let's see. I mean, I guess that's a smart idea now for sure to go CL, because if you got 400 ping, you are not going to be microing nearly as well as you want to be. So why not? And it looks like he's going to be going potentially either for this green for more beetles, or he might just go straight over here because of this. You know, he's sitting here. He's going to poke this frog. He could have poked the frog by now, killed it. It's kind of unnecessary, but I'm pretty sure that's why he's got it waiting here. This also is going to definitely telegraph to Newbie. There he goes. Oh, maybe. Now he's finally moving. I was going to say, sitting here is telegraphing to Newbie what he's doing. Oh, he's going to kill both. So he might be going straight to the expo. Newbie's just being standard. He killed a sheep or whatever. I didn't see what it was. Sheep, frog, whatever over here. And now he's going to take this. I don't know if Newbie saw that. The CL over here. You know, you do take damage on your DK doing this, but at some point you do have to switch it off, or else you're going to take way too much. Alright, Newbie knows what's up, that's for sure. He's going over. He's building a second Zig. He's not teching. He's getting a new roof tower, though. I don't think that's exactly necessary. There's one ghoul down. But there's really not much Newbie's going to be able to do. You know, he's just bringing over his DK. The most he can hope for is maybe get this. You know, one coil. He could pop some skellies just for vision, because they're going to be pushing him out. But, alright, he missed it. That was nice on Dave to not keep poking. That is crazy. If he can get out, that's worth it. But he should have just been impaled and surrounded, frankly. And if he gets this, wow. Is he? No way. I mean, it would be funny if he had ran in with his hero. If Newbie had gotten it and it wasn't a cancel, that actually might be worth a TP. Because he does not have that much in wood right now. But he would presumably cancel and just remake it. So now we got to see what he's going to do. He did get the second Zig, but then he teched. He's got one Fiend right now. He's not sitting tier 2, tier 1 building fiends or anything like that. I thought maybe that's why he was getting that second zig before he teched. So it doesn't really add up exactly. He's now gonna get this expo up for sure. We got to see what he does tier 2 though. Is he gonna get DR second, or if he's gonna do his standard lich? And Dave now knows with all these little skellies and beetles, he thinks he can creep the world. But this is not the easiest camp in the world. It's going to take a little while. And he's going to be able to do it because he's pulling more ghouls. But I think he thought it was going to be a lot easier. So that's a very nice item, potion of mana. Alright, Newbie, you need to stop building all these towers in the future. If you watch this, that's just a waste of gold and wood for you. So 2 crypt. Getting his... No, he doesn't have a graveyard yet. So all he can do right now is ghouls. And Newbie is now on his side of the map. But he's getting his lich, not his DR. So there's not going to be like some tier 2 DR skelly push. Which is definitely an option. And Dave now hit the scary point of level 3. Where these beetles all of a sudden become a lot fatter. That's a dead ghoul. Or not. I want to know what the item is. That's an alright item. I mean, you're not killing this CL anyway, but you can never complain about more life. Now we got level 3. Sentry wards. I mean, Dave is definitely taking the better creeps, but that's kind of the advantage you have when you go CL. There's not much to say right now because we're just waiting for tier 3, I guess, for Newbie. And Dave is just going to sit back, relax, and take advantage of all this gold he's getting. I believe that was his... I missed it. But he definitely tried to pull and didn't. So now he's wondering what happened. I thought that maybe Dave came in. And if... Okay, I was going to say, if Dave circles around, that is horrible. But he's just creeping on... He's just creeping over here. I guess Newbie's now said, screw pulling it all the way over here. Let's just do this way. And it worked. He's got this around, but it's going to hurt. I mean, it's only 3 fiends. So he is very lucky that Dave has no idea this is happening, or else he is in big trouble. Just nuke it. Yep. Alright, that's not the worst item. That's not bad at all. There it comes. You better get out of here. Nice surround by Dave. He will get that. That is level 4. Should be. Yep. Every fiend dying is pretty much crazy, you know, especially when you're playing versus an expo, towered up expo. Dave's had these 2 ghouls sitting here forever. I haven't mentioned it. He's switching into fiends. Now it's going to be a fiend battle, but Dave's going to just have more. This is where he's going to start taking advantage of all of this gold income. Newbie's just playing his standard game. Let's see if Destroyer form helps him a little bit more this game. Pulling the ghouls. I don't there's Webb. So he's going for the big boys. So Newbie thinks he's going to get a nice creep here, but not so much. I'm guessing DR again. Let's see. Newbie seems to be a very standard player, so I'm not surprised there. Dave is definitely a player that likes to play the, I guess you could call it like the new hot thing. Whatever is kind of in meta. To some degree, you know, like last season I said he liked to play HHFS. That was right when Kiwikaki was starting to bulldoze people with his HH strategies and shenanigans. So Dave definitely took advantage of that. Learned from some pretty darn good people. You know, he had in Super Bowl helping him. Priest at one point, even though he was a human player, you know, he was coming in just to help him train versus a human. So Dave definitely puts in the work. I just sometimes think him going random hurts him, as I mentioned earlier. But Undead is definitely his race, and you can see when he's playing someone like Newbie, he'll go back to what he knows. And I say this as someone who used to play random a lot, you know. You don't want to play standard. You really don't. As a don't do that. As a random player, you never want to play your opponent's game. And Newbie's definitely played more Undead versus Undead than Dave's played Undead versus Undead because, again, he's random half the time. So you got to do something that Newbie's not going to expect. Newbie's doing some alright kiting. He doesn't... If I was Dave, I'd definitely be getting a mana pot on my Crypt Lord. Oof. That's going to be... Not a dead. Okay. It lives. It didn't live. What killed it? Was that like one little beetle? I don't even know what poked it, but that DK had its arm up. So that's amazing for Dave. You know, Newbie's not going to do anything until he gets his Lich back. He can't creep it up either. He's not remaking it. I'm wondering if he's going to buy it. That seems to be Newbie's thing. He likes to rebuy his heroes. There it is. Yeah, it's only level 2 still. Just like I thought. So Dave's now really, he's... I mean, he was, but now he's in full command, you know. DR is nice, but you need that nuking power. It's just too much. DK level 2 is his one saving grace right now. There's really not much left to creep on this side of the map for Dave. You know, he did his creeping over here, one here. But he crept this early and he crept this. So this is still up. This is still up. Hopefully Newbie gets those. Obviously, I'm saying hopefully because he's on my team. But Dave may get it too because he might just walk down here. Although, never mind. Newbie's going that way now. So it really leaves this one red left. The Lich will get up. Let's see how close it is to level 3. That's very important. But this game is looking pretty bad for him right now. Looks like he wants to do his own counter expand, but it's really late. He's going to get nice levels off this, that's for sure. Or XP at least, not levels. 1 level, but it's not the level you want. You definitely want level 3 Lich out of everything. So, hopefully he can get over here and take these two. Get that level 3 Lich. The A-bomb is interesting. I don't know how it's going to really do, though. It's a lot of units. It's getting the adept training, but yeah, if he ever gets masters, that A-bomb is not his friend anymore. And Dave's going to get the other red, so he's gotten both sides, side creeps. Did he switch it? Yeah, he put the Robe of Magi on the Lich, which is very nice. This is crazy. He is not going to get in here. Oh, I didn't see this. That's funny. Sorry. That's 4 gold just chilling. I think if he pulled these 2 acolytes, it can get out, but whatever. Oh, that was a sapper for sure. That's nice. I didn't even know he had a sapper the whole time. And that actually supply blocks him. Very nice. But what are you doing? No. Well, so much for that A-bomb. But, you know, it happens. And here comes the running. You can't kite that well when he has his own Lich now. And when he has Impale. That sick little Impale. He did research Burrow earlier. He's not really using it, and you can see it's not looking too great. The expo is up, though, while all this is happening. He got the A-bomb out, I think, unless the... I don't want to look right now. Oh, well, I will. Nope, it's still there. So he actually has 2 A-bombs if he ever notices, but who knows if he will. I don't think he needed... I don't know if he needed that invul, but that's another nice Impale. Got 1 Fiend out of it, almost 2. That DK is getting rather low. Lich has 2. What did he just kill? Oh, well, that was a silence. That Lich has 2 more Novas, though, so if he pushes in, that'll be scary. That's a level 5 Crypt Lord now. And, yeah, that A-bomb's finally out. And Dave's just going back to creeping. So it's 70 food to 56. Dave's heroes far outweigh Newbies right now. 5-3, 2.5. There's 1 green left on the camp. Well, no, there's 2 green left. 2 greens left on the camp, so no one's going to get... I mean, I guess he could solo creep this Lich, and he'll probably get close to level 3. Newbie at least does have his level 3 Lich. Some okay items. It's been a long series. I mean, it's only been 2 games, but they've been going for quite a while. It's been about an hour so far. Not bad. $70 food to 63. So, I mean, when you kind of just sit back, you are allowing the side that, you know, just got smacked around to rebuild, which was nice of Dave. But it looks like he's coming now. And he's pulling all the boys. And they have Frenzy. So it's a little scary. I was saying, you know, he's catching up, and now it's 79 food to 66. Although that is quite a bit of food and production. That's 6, 8. But the same can be said for Newbie. And you got upgrades to 3-1. So not looking good at all. +2 armor on everything too with that aura that he definitely got over here that I just never noticed. There is a little shot, a tiny shot, but Dave has it too, master training, where sometimes you go into these fights thinking you're so far ahead, and then your 2 A-bombs, maybe a fiend or 3 fiends or whatever it may be, all of a sudden are fighting against you, and it's a 8 or 12 supply flip, you know, which could definitely change everything. But since they both have it, it's really going to come down to, if they both choose to go that route, it's going to come down to who's paying better attention. But right now, it's just he's running through. He's just running through Newbie right now. I'm not sure what these. Yeah, that was just Miss Micro too. He's been kiting all game, but this fight he tried to stand. He tried to fight. The Banshees went right into the army, and Dave is just destroying him while he's trying to kill this DK. That has Potion of Healing, Potion of Lesser Invul. So that's not going to happen. So this was a good games by Newbie, that's for sure. But Dave proving, though he's random, or been playing a lot of random, that he still knows his undead. I think that's it for now. I don't think there's any more games. I'm just checking right now. As far as I know, I think that's it. So I'll be logging out. That was a 2-0, so that now puts Clutcher Kick at, I believe, 8 points. Let me just check real quick. I think that's 8 points this week to my team's 7. Yeah, let's update it. But there are still 2 matches left. One's coming up at 12, so in an hour. That should be fun between it's Orc versus Undead, so that'll always be good. And then I believe they just switched it, but tomorrow, of course, remote versus No Johnny Allowed. That'll also be an awesome match. So we're coming down. You know, it's been a good series. It's been back and forth, some 2-0s, some 2-1s, not bad. And it's gonna come down to the last 2 series. You know, we can't split it with them. We need to go like 1-2 or 2-0 versus both of them. But once again, another good week of games. So I'm going to be logging out. Thanks for watching.